Good morning, traders. It's Monday, and we're rolling into the market that's balancing optimism with risk. Futures are steady, yields are flashing caution, gold is still catching a bid, and rotation under the surface is alive. Today, we'll recap the tape, unpack the macro drivers, look at sector rotation, and walk through 3 actionable trade setups going into Monday's open. We'll take a look at AMD in semis, Walmart in consumer, and UnitedHealth as our defensive anchor. So without any further ado, let's get started and jump straight into it. Firstly, let's take a look at our indices and our futures snapshot. So overnight going into the open on Monday, futures currently S&P sitting at $6,715.78, currently flat. Nasdaq 24,785.52 cents. The Dow currently at 46,758.28. So Asia and Europe, Asian tech led gains, Europe tilted defensive. The dollar firm but not breaking higher, supports multinationals. Gold currently sitting stable near all-time high, hedge flow intact. And oil weak range bound, pressuring energy. Tone is cautious optimism with room for confirmation. So the tape recap: Friday's close into the weekend, and today indices S&P and Nasdaq eked out gains. The Dow lagged. Leaders tech, semis and defensives outperformed. Energy lagged. Volume is moderate. Buyers active, not euphoric. Breadth mixed. Growth led pockets, but rally wasn't broad. Takeaway: market rewarded selective strength and punished weak sectors. Now let's talk about our macro tone. So yields, 10-year yields sit in decision zone. Lower is fuel for growth and higher is flows into defensives. Inflation, currents, services and wage data are sticky. Any leak or surprise can move sentiment quickly. Positioning: funds are stretched long, rallies can extend, but pullbacks bite hard. Commodities: oil weakness helps disinflation story, but hurts energy names. Gold demand shows continued hedging. Global forex volatility and supply chain chatter could ripple into today's trade. So then, traders looking at sector rotation to watch. Firstly, tech, semis and AI. With Nvidia cooling, money rotated into AMD and equipment makers like AMAT. They are now the pulse check. Then looking at consumer and retail, defensive retail like Walmart looks strong, discretionary names are weaker. Healthcare and defensives, big insurers UNH, J&J are quietly acting as ballast. Financials, direction tied to yield curve, watch regionals and money center banks. Energy and materials are under pressure, oil weakness is a drag, and breadth will small and mid caps that decides trend versus chop. Alright traders, we're going to take a look at 3 trade setups going into the open Monday. So first up is Walmart, ticker symbol WMT, listed on New York Stock Exchange, and this is our defensive consumer. Why, you ask? Well, it loads well. Inflationary backdrop boosts value retailers, steady flows into defensive retail. So our action for Walmart: buy on strong open with retail ETF confirming profit, scale on $2 to $3 moves, let it grind higher if consumer sector stays green, and exit cut if XRT fades or WMT rolls below VWAP. Then moving on to our next actionable trade, we're looking at UnitedHealth, ticker symbol UNH, and this is our healthcare anchor. So why? Well, defensive name with consistent earnings often catches flows when macro is uncertain. So our action: go long if UNH holds above pre-market levels with XLV ETF confirming. Alternative: add on dip and reclaim of VWAP. Profit: take partial gain, let a portion run if healthcare outperforms. Exit on loss of VWAP and sector weakness. Alright, our third and final actionable trade setup is AMD. And this is our AI semi play. So why, you ask? Well, AI chip demand and volatility make it tradable. Often leads when Nvidia pauses. Alright, our action: go long if AMD opens firm with volume and semis confirm. Alternative: fade weakness if it opens green and fails quickly. Then for profit, take early $2 to $3 gains, leave runner if sector is strong, and exit if AMD loses VWAP and SOXX flips red. So our tape cues and execution checklist. So VWAP tests: first pullback at open is the real bias test. Breadth at 10 a.m. Broad equals possible trend day. Narrow equals expect chop. Liquidity magnets: opening range, high lows, yesterday's extremes, pre-market pivots. Volume: don't trust a move without confirmation. Okay, traders, so wrapping up, going into the open on Monday. Cautious optimism with yields and inflation still looming. AMD gives you the growth AI angle, Walmart the consumer defensive, and UNH the healthcare anchor. Watch VWAPs, watch breadth, respect stops. Let's stay patient. Let's hit the bell strong and trade with conviction today and going into this week. So thank you for taking the time to watch the video today. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you again before the bell tomorrow. All the best and take care. Goodbye for now.